Hey, this is Michael Lindsay from Vital MX, and we have a little bit of an update for you guys on some of the riders we will see on the gate at the final pro motocross race of the season at the 2022 Fox Raceway 2 National. There will be 3 additions to the 250 class that we didn't initially expect. Number 1, maybe a surprise, maybe not to others, is Haiden Deegan will line up again for the Monster Energy Star Yamaha team for his second ever Pro National. There was talk that he may only have raced Ironman, or if he did show up at Fox, there was talk of him maybe racing the Combine instead. They've decided to throw him back in the deep end. He will race the 250 Pro class. He will also be head-to-head with HRC Honda's Chance Hymas, who will be making his professional debut. Chance was originally scheduled to do so after Loretta Lynn's this year, after his final year racing the A class there, but due to a rough showing, they initially pulled the plug and kind of took a step back to reevaluate, the program and what was going on with Chance. Apparently, they definitely figured out a few things. They showed up at the Ironman Combine last weekend, and he pulled off a solid 1-1. Great lap times, good pace the whole time. Definitely showed that they had figured out whatever issues they were dealing with, either with him, with the bike, etc. And with that confidence, they've decided to sign him up for the Pro National. Originally, we thought he was going to forego all 4 Nationals this year, and we wouldn't see him until the opening round next year. But nope, he's going to line up, get his first pro race in, so we get to see him and Haiden Deegan both out there together, racing against, the typical group we've seen, the Lawrences, Shimoda, Glenn Ferris, the kid that's on Star here, the Spanish rider, and just get to see them all mix it up in these final rounds, and ultimately get to see where really these amateurs continue to stack up, meaning, Ryder DeFrancesco, Hymas, and Deegan, get to see where they finish out. It's going to be a really tough, grueling race this weekend, the heat. And then the third and final rider that we were kind of wondering if we would see here after spotting him last week would be Marvin Musquin. Yes, Marvin will race a factory Red Bull KTM 250 SXF this weekend. Why? Well, if you've been checking out all the news in relation to the motocross destinations, he was selected for Team France in the MX2 position, so he would be racing a 250. So for the last week and a half or so, we've seen him around Southern California back on that factory 250 that he helped test with a month or 2 ago. He's been back on it, grinding out, doing the motos, getting prepared. He has about a month still to get ready for destinations, but hey, there ain't no better practice than line up behind the gate. So they're going to go ahead and bring Marvin to the race this weekend. He's going to get some gate drops in and get to race with all the kids. It is really going to be fun to watch because we've seen Marvin locally riding. He looks really good on the 250, and for those of you that don't remember, he is a 2-time MX2 world champion. So again, that'll be pretty fun to watch. And then the last little tidbit we'll throw in this video, kind of because it relates to Marvin and Team France, is it'll also be really interesting to see what happens with Team France at destinations, because they'd announced their team as Maxime Renault, Dylan Ferrandis, and Marvin Musquin. Dylan Ferrandis, due to dealing with some of the back issues after his incident with Barcia, will not be racing the Fox Raceway 2 National this week, and Dylan has pulled out and announced he will not be racing. So we'll see if that continues on, if that's going to affect his selection for destinations, if maybe the team will rethink it and pick Romain Fevre. But anyways, that's just a little bit of speculation at this point, but as a little piece for the 450 class that we will not see Dylan Ferrandis on track. So let's hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Who do you have getting the top spot out of the rookies that we've talked about, and how do you think Marvin Musquin will do in his return to the 250 class? Give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and thanks for watching.